3 minutes of absolute mayhem. I guess in your mind, you're thinking Bayern aren't going to come here to our house and knock us out the Champions League, Jude.
Yeah, well, we've seen it a lot of times this season where it looked like we was dead and buried, and it doesn't matter who scores the goal, but someone always manages it. That mentality of never say die. And Joselu, I don't think he'll be sleeping much tonight, so we're useless in training tomorrow, but no, honestly, he deserves it all. He's been an amazing member of the squad throughout the whole season, and yeah, this is his night.
When you win a goal down, how important were this crowd for you to get back into that game? Obviously, the players have to put it in, but the support that they continue to give you at that point.
They're unbelievable. They're the best in the world by far. Coming here, there's a reason why we turn so many games, why, when we're down in certain legs, that we always manage to come back in the second leg. It's because of these lot, they give you an energy that you can't get from anything else.
Is there a pressure, is there an expectation about this Champions League that's different to anything else you've experienced in your young career so far?
Yeah, definitely. You come here and that's all they talk about, They talk about how you've had the 14th, but how they want the 15th. And the lads say to me it was the same when we won the 10th. All they asked for was the 11th. And that's why I love being here, because you can never be settled. I think you're always in a dangerous position when you relax and when you're comfortable. And here they don't give you the chance, which is the best thing in football.
Clearly number 15 is important to you guys to go for your 15th Champions League. You've got the shirts match for it as well already. You're all putting them on now. How special for you personally that it's going to be in Wembley, the final?
Yeah, at Wembley against Dortmund. It's a weird one, and I can't believe it. I'm so looking forward to it, and the atmosphere, the game itself. Champions League.
It's a tricky one there. Would you have preferred it to be someone else? I know you can't pick your opponents, but would you have, ideally in an ideal world, preferred someone other than your former club Dortmund?
It doesn't. I think at this point of the competition, anyone who's still in it or anyone who's gotten that far deserves to be there. So to cherry pick would be unfair, We've got here because we deserve to. They've got there because they deserve to, and that's what the final's all about. And hopefully it'll be a great game.
Just your young career starting out now, and you're doing some amazing, wonderful things. This is the biggest game you've probably played in so far in your career. Did you have any nerves? Because I don't look at you and feel nerves at all. Did you have a tinge of nerves coming into this game at all?
Not really. I really would want to say that I do, but in the changing room, I was looking around and I just thought, oh my God, I couldn't be in a better position with better people. Where else would I rather be? I was 7 at Birmingham, dreaming of nights like this. To then get here and want to be somewhere else doesn't make any sense to me. So, yeah, I'm just so happy to be a part of this night.
The time you and your team have had over the past few days to win La Liga at the weekend as well, and then be in a Champions League final tonight to book that place, and then to look around at this crowd as well. We've got your names printed on their shirts, we've got banners up here looking at you as well. I'm amazed that you guys, especially you, stay so completely level-headed and say, I didn't feel any nerves.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They feel like family. The players feel like family. The fans feel like family. It just feels like they're pushing you on. We know the expectations when we sign on the dotted line, and it's about trying to meet that every time we go out there.
I think we've got to let him go and enjoy it with his teammates. I know what it's like when you're missing out. Go on, you don't get these moments often.
Congratulations. We will see you at Wembley. Well done.
Well, do your thing,
Jude Bellingham will go.
This one had you on the edge of your seat, Jamie.
Yeah. You know what? When you see a team score 2 so late, I think even in here we still expected something to happen at 87, 88 minutes, because we kept talking about what happened with Manchester City a couple of years ago. There was a Chelsea game, there was a game against PSG, and they've done it again. It's unbelievable, and it's not luck. If you keep doing that every single season, it's something special. There's a belief that they're going to score late on. The opposition feel that goal is going to come. And the drama in this competition never ceases to amaze me.
I'm gobsmacked, Jamie. I really am. I can't believe what I'm watching. In other games, the games that you mentioned, I think they was lucky, one against Man City and PSG and Chelsea. But tonight they weren't lucky. They had chances. They probably were the better team overall. But it's how they came back in the dying minutes of the game. Thierry called it. He said they're going to score another one. And it's just that belief. This Real Madrid side, it's not even a side, it's a club. It's absolutely special. And we keep talking about it, and they keep producing. Wow, what a team.
I don't know how Bayern Munich processed that when it's ripped away from you in the final seconds like that.
Again, it's 90 minutes. not ripped up in your hand or anything. You play 90 minutes. Simple. It doesn't mean you have to score the first 2 minutes in the middle of the game or at the end of the game. The game is 90 minutes. And with Real Madrid, it's really 90 minutes. You don't take Kane out in a game like that. Because you play against Real Madrid. You're not playing against any, sorry to say, Mickey Mouse team. This is Real Madrid. We talked about it. I'm not going to repeat what I said at the beginning of the show. That's what they do. Period. There's no luck in that. It's called Real Madrid. Period.
Thomas Tuchel get it wrong?
Listen, I think you look at the Kane substitution, and in a normal 90-minute game, I can understand a manager making substitutions late in a game. Every manager does it. And it's easy to say when it doesn't go your way, he got it wrong. But I think there is something about when a game can go to extra time. Now, this game didn't go to extra time. But my point is, if Madrid do score a late one and it goes to extra time, you've got half an hour without maybe the best striker in world football, or certainly in the top two.
Very warm welcome. So good to have you back with us. Kate Abdo, Thierry Henry, Jamie Carragher, Micah Richards. Welcome along as we
Join
always
us.
say. Join us.
Wow.
Wow, that was a roller coaster.
Can we get some water? I'm hot.
Is it? Leo, can we get some water, please?
Oh, wow.
Thanks so much.
Believe what I've just witnessed again.
Every season without fail, the Champions League.
How good is the Champions League, seriously?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Me?
I always said the Premier League was...
This is the best competition to win. Look at the drama.
It's ridiculous.
Are you with me now?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Had you wanted Bayern to go through? Because I almost thought you looked disappointed when things switched around.
Wow, no, I'm not disappointed. No, I wasn't. It was just the way it was done. You know, the last 10 minutes of the game, you're thinking...
Isn't that what's special?
Yeah, that is what is special about it. Of course it is. And he's a special man, Ancelotti.
6th Champions League final for him. You've played under him, Thierry.
It's bad.
Yeah.
What's special about him when you're in the locker room?
He's a lovable man manager. He believes in his team. He will never put you down, always have good words about you. Very positive. Very happy for him at the end of the day. And yeah, look at, they're already saying, let's go for the 15th one. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I'm just not surprised. This is how great they are. Yeah. You're not surprised anymore that they do that. I've seen it so many times. I played against them in Spain, and you kind of like, as long as the ref doesn't blow the whistle, the way you play against Real Madrid is you play until the ref blow the whistle, even if you're 4-0 up. You have to play hard. You leave them a little door, a little space, they'll take it.
Can I ask you, manager, you're a manager too, what makes Ancelotti so special? Please, tell me.
Well, you have people that are made to manage big teams. You have some people that are made to manage young players and force them to do something. Ancelotti doesn't force you to do stuff. He convinces you to do stuff. That's a different ball game. It speaks to you, speaks to your brain, and allows you to go on the field within his structure to play and be active in that structure. Obviously, you have rules that you need to do, but he doesn't try to take control of what type of player you can be. And that's vital. He's a great guy, great human being too, and he's one of the only coach, I will be honest, and we said it so many times, wherever he went, we don't hear anyone saying bad stuff about Ancelotti. You often sometimes see players sad when he leaves. You see players going to celebrate with him. I'm sure you remember the Chelsea boys. So there's never smoke without fire. This guy is special. He went back to Madrid and he's again on the verge of maybe winning another one.
Just won La Liga, obviously Real Madrid at the weekend as well. Now with a comeback win against the Bayern Munich in the second leg of the Champions League semi-final. If you're talking about kind of momentum going into the final at Wembley, Jamie, does that play a role?
Oh, they'll be huge favourites. I actually think Borussia Dortmund will be devastated as well. They will, because you're playing Real Madrid in the European Cup final. Now, they have felt they know Bayern Munich better. They beat them the last time they played them away from home. I think Borussia Dortmund, watching at home, they'll have been desperate to play against Bayern Munich. Look at this madman.
He's a great character though, isn't he? I loved him when he was at Chelsea. I love his antics now. He's just brilliant. The assist for the goal as well. He's just, outstanding scenes.
There's something that I would like to say. People talk about Bellingham, and rightly so. Rightly so. People talk about Kylian Mbappe, and again, rightly so. But please, Vinicius Junior. I tell you why he didn't score. But what I like with him is the way he wants the ball, the way he pushes things. He never gives up. It was difficult. Nobody wanted the ball at one point for Real Madrid. He was coming, attacking, creating. The amount of time he put that ball in the box, dribbling past Kimmich on the side. I simply think that at the moment, people always give a lot of credit to this man, and he deserves it. Do not sleep on this man. For me, that's his team.
Do you think him and Mbappe are the two best players in the world right now?
And then maybe the third one is maybe this year you can add Bellingham. Well, it looks like they might play together. All the best.
Oh, wow.
Who's going to defend, though?
We're going to go very quickly over to the Bernabeu, to Madrid, where we can join live right now Alessandro Del Piero and Guillem Balaguer, who were there at the stadium watching this game for us. Alessandro, you'd already said it. It's not a normal stadium, the Bernabeu. How did you live that experience, that game?
What can we add, guys? I mean, it's unbelievable. There's a little wind at some point. You don't see it coming, you don't feel it, but it came, and boom, boom, bye-bye. That's it. It's unbelievable. I mean, the way that that everybody believed that in Real Madrid family, in Real Madrid squad, with the fans, now becomes something that also the opponent start to believe it, because it happens all the time. So when the last minutes come, you got a little bit scared. Maybe you got confused a little bit. I don't know what's happened, because the little mistake from Neuer that was the best on the pitch till that moment. Unbelievable. Maybe the most easier ball that you can save it, and then create another wave. And I mean, it was incredible.
Guillem Balaguer, we're gonna see them win a 15th now.
Well, who's going to bet against Real Madrid? Let me disclose a little conversation that Alessandro Del Piero was having with Clarence Seedorf just after the game. We crossed paths, and they didn't talk about tactics. They didn't even talk about players. They were talking about the magic of the Bernabeu, the mentality of the players, that they never believed they could lose, even though it looked like it was going to get away from their hands. The faith that things would be turned around. The noise in the stadium. We sometimes feel that football is that for two or graphics or videos. There is something that you cannot explain that happens at the Bernabeu far too often to be saying that it just happens by chance. It is not by chance. It's a bunch of things. We don't know exactly what it is. Let's call it magic, but certainly that happened today again.
Wow, the scenes are just incredible there. You guys are in the tunnel right now. Who are you hoping to speak to?
We'll try to get, obviously, Modric. I think this could have been his last game at the Bernabeu, playing for Real Madrid in the Champions League. And we asked for a fan of the show, Jude Bellingham. So let's see who we get.
Okay, sounds good. We will come back to you. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Okay, as we just continue to enjoy these scenes a little bit, we're going to go to a break and we will come back, everybody, into our Champions League studio. Good to have you still with us. Wow, what an evening we had in the Champions League tonight. 2-1 Real Madrid win on the night, 4-3 on aggregate. That means against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich out of the competition, Real Madrid through to the final of the Champions League alongside Borussia Dortmund, where they will play at Wembley on June 1st and where we will be live and in person for a 2-hour pre-game. Very exciting. 2 hours.
Did we get the call?
Yes.
Have we made the team?
Have we made the team?
What? Have we made the team?
Yeah.
We are the team, aren't we?
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
We are the core team here.
The A-team.
Okay, so let's go through the highlights from this one. Let's start with the first goal for Bayern Munich, 1-0, Alphonso Davies.
Since I'm a fullback, you might as well let me have this one. Come on.
It was a bit like Guardiola's goal at the Bernabeu, wasn't it, really?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Nicky, roll red, please, sir.
They're always on red for Micah, aren't they?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, but I just want to firstly look at the run in behind. It makes up a lot of ground. And if you look at Rudiger here, he actually does an okay thing in turning him inside because he thinks he doesn't want to shoot on his right foot. And now I want to talk about the exquisite strike because when you get into these situations, so many times you can rush it. The composure was wonderful, the technique was outstanding, and it's a right foot swinger. What a goal. It looked like this point that they was going to see the game out, but it wasn't meant to be.
What rhymes with exquisite?
Hit it.
It did look good for a good period of time, though, for Bayern Munich, Jamie.
It did. And listen, Real Madrid were much better second half. They dominated it. They probably deserved to win the game. And they go 1-0 down. And then there's substitutions from both managers. You know, Modric comes on as well. Kroos comes off. So there's a lot of changes. Camavinga, so they changed the whole midfield. In the central areas there, Real Madrid. But, yeah, Bayern Munich took their attacking players off, went to 5 at the back as well, late in the game. And it's something that's going to get pointed out at the end of the game, just because, you look at it and you go, in hindsight, could he have done something different? You know, if it goes the other way, we'll say it's a good decision. But that's what happens when you're a top coach.
So Sané, Kane and Musiala, the attacking players that were taken off by Thomas Tuchel. Will he regret that decision, do you think, now, Thierry?
Well, obviously, the result will tell you that he will. Because you see, was it plus 14 they played after?
Yes.
Without Kane. He thought he had won it, because there is no other explanation than why you will take Kane off. And I'm sure he was tired, but he has to stay on that field.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the players like Sané or Musiala, when they're playing Sané's playing a wide position, so he's having to cover a lot of ground up and down. Maybe you could understand that. He might be getting tired. Musiala between the lines in midfield, working hard to get back. But I just felt with Kane, you're talking about another 6 minutes till the end of the game, or a little bit more with the added time, and it is something I want to talk about. It's not a normal game. If let's say that's a league game, the worst that can happen is you can lose the game, you might draw the game. But when there's an opportunity to play another 30 minutes, if it goes to extra time, I always feel like, and not just tonight, when I see my own team play, I just think, oh, I don't bring them off, because if that would have gone to extra time, Madrid score late, you're playing an extra half an hour, trying to win the game without your best players on the pitch for half an hour at the Bernabeu. I think would have been really tough if they'd got to extra time. But listen, it didn't get there. But I always feel, I think managers should think about substitutions differently when there is the chance that you could be playing an extra 30 minutes.
Maybe Kane had something. Maybe.
Never know.
Yeah.
Sad, though, isn't it? Because there was something romantic about that story of Harry Kane getting the opportunity to win a trophy at Bayern Munich. He's been at Tottenham all those years, and it felt like the story was he'll go to Bayern to be able to finally pick up silverware. Obviously, they haven't won the Bundesliga, and now they don't have the opportunity in the Champions League.
It's at Wembley as well, Kane. It would have been all the more special. He's going to get more opportunities. He's gone to a team at Bayern where they're probably challenging again for the Champions League. But it is sad. I'll be honest. Obviously, you got Bellingham in the final, which is nice. But Kane, he's gone there to win things. He's ended up with absolutely nothing. And that is devastating. He's got a chance in the Euros for England to get some silverware. But for a man of that quality, he's got to start winning trophies soon. And I'm sure they will come.
He'll win trophies at Bayern Munich, he will.
Yeah.
You know, if he's there for another 2 years, they'll get the Bundesliga back. That's what Bayern Munich do in the competition. And expect to win the Champions League every season. What I mean by that is, like, Bayern Munich will always be there. We know they'll always be quarters, semis, and you need a little bit of luck. You need that. And we say how great Real Madrid are, and at times they've had a little bit of fortune tonight as well. Neuer, who was the best player on the pitch, spills that. How often does that happen? Maybe once a season, twice a season. And it's just happened at a vital time.
So Real